Hello my friends, today's video is an exciting one. We will be checking out the new CLIO Pro Eye Palette Air over here. This is a number 4 pink pairing. Now the Pro Eye palettes in general have been very popular in Korea and internationally. That particular formula, we have like multiple color stories of their eyeshadow palettes at this point. So CLIO has done an Air version of this and I'm really curious about the formula, how this will perform on the eyes. So today we're just gonna do a little, play around with makeup, first impressions, and pink pairing, this color over here is actually recommended for light summer, which is your girl over here. This is how it looks like. I actually wanted the number 5 orchid color. I think that was recommended for winter tones, but honestly, I don't really follow to the seasonal thing too strictly when it comes to eyeshadow. That's me personally. If you're interested in picking up this palette, you can get it on YesStyle, which is where I got mine. And if you want to save some money, you can use my code itskrystle to help you save. It is an affiliated code, so I do get a small kickback out of it, and if you do use it, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into it. I zoomed y'all in a little bit closer and I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is my standard eyeshadow primer that I always use whenever I use my eyeshadows. Now for this palette over here, you get 12 shades. 8 of them are flat matte, so I think that is great. I think this one shade over here is a matte with silver flecks inside. These two over here are probably your regular shimmers, and the one in the middle over here is probably that wet high shine. I have yet to swatch anything for this palette, but I will be in swatch. Let's swatch a couple of shades. This one. Ooh, these feel actually quite nice. Let's go for a shimmer. And how about a good dark matte over here? Ooh, okay. So yeah, they kind of have that whitish base to it a little bit. Maybe that's why it's recommended for light summer. Normally shades with a lot of white base in them, they will look alright on us. Or more like they'll look the best on us. Ooh, okay, this is a little bit kinky, but I mean, swatches don't tell the full picture. And now we have the matte. Ooh, alright. I like this kind of shade of brown because they are very, not say like a flat brown, but they kind of like a grayish. This itself is a pretty eye look actually. Very pink. Let's swatch this one over here. Ooh, this feels a little bit gritty, so this is probably glitter flecks in it. That is beautiful. Oh my god. Ooh, it's kind of like that icy lavender. It has a hint of purple in it, so it's not too starky icy, I guess, but wow. I see purpley pink flecks of glitters, a little bit of aqua and light blue as well. Very pretty. Wow, okay. Enough talking, let's put it on our eyes. Let's go in with this shade over here. This shade is in Brink Code. I just applied it all over the lid. I had to dip back a couple of times to get it evenly applied all across my eyelids. In general, it is recommended for light summers to have more of a lighter eye look or just lighter, softer colors so that it'll make your whole complexion look really much more brighter. This color that I'm going in with is Light Blessing, this kind of taupey brown color. Definitely much more on the subtle side of things. So if you like really intense eye looks, I don't think this is for you. Let me try and build it up a little bit. I think color coverage, of course you can build it up a little bit, but the color more or less remains the same. I'm gonna go in with this purpley brown kind of shade. My first impressions when I heard of this Air line from CLIO was that, oh, it's gonna be like a cream to powder eyeshadow palette, but it's not really like that. It definitely feels smooth, buttery smooth, but it doesn't feel creamy like Natasha Denona shadows. I'm gonna smoke it out a little bit on the lash line, and then we're gonna flick it outwards a little. If you prefer matte eyeshadows, you definitely can end the look here, add some mascara and you're good to go. I mean, look, with and without any eyeshadow on my eyelids, I think it's safe to say there is some definition and some, color. It's not the most in your face kind of thing, but I still think this is a very nice, subtle, office appropriate, work appropriate kind of eye look. I'm gonna go in now and add this shade over here. This is called Last Talk. This is a shimmer shade. That's how it looks like. Ooh, that is cute. I kind of get the air aspect. It's not powdery like your standard regular eyeshadows as compared to maybe like the original CLIO Pro eye palettes. These shadows over here, when I tap it in the pen, there's really no kickback and it's almost as if it's picking up every single powder. Of course, the oils on your fingers will kind of play a part when it comes to doing swatches like this, but still, I'm very impressed with the fact that there's no kick up. Literally, very minimal, I would say. I'm gonna go ahead and add that icy lavender shade into this inner half over here. Honestly, if you're a fan of Western beauty and when you look at an eye look like this, you're like, meh, kind of thing, but I feel this would tie in really well with whatever makeup that I'm having on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do this eye makeup and I'll be back to do the other eye. You know what this palette reminds me of? It reminds me of this palette over here from Rom and the Peony Nude Garden over here. It also has a matte with like a matte with glitters in it, and this feels like the extended version of this a little, don't you think so? Oh my gosh. Both of these palettes are pretty matte heavy, and I think this one, the shimmer's a little bit more impactful, more sparkly as compared to the Raw Man one. I feel like the Raw Man, these shimmers in here, are a little bit more chunky, a little bit flaky, so that's one thing if you're wondering. Okay, so now let's do this eye over here. Should we do something a little bit more dramatic? Maybe we can go for like a darker look. So I think actually this quad over here is actually really nice. It's really like smoky a little bit. Now I see it, actually 4 shadows over here actually work well with one another. Ooh, that's something I just realized. Alright, we're gonna do something a little bit more smokier. I'm gonna go in with a gel brown eyeliner. I'm just gonna apply it on my lash line around here. The darkest brown shade has a bit more fallout than just now, but you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna apply it all over my eyelids now. And when it comes to doing a dark smoky eye, normally you want to start off with the darker shade first. So it's easier to, you know, kind of place down the product. Taking the same shade, I'm just really like trying to pack it on the eyelids. And just really packing it on to get the deepest, darkest shade. Surprisingly, this shade is quite buildable. I can get it to quite a deep, dark shade like this. Not bad, because sometimes when it comes to Korean shadows, sometimes at this point it starts to get a little bit patchy, a little bit crumbly as well. So far, I mean, it's looking alright. Better than expected at least. To smooth it out, I'm just gonna take this brown shade, blow out the edges of it. Smoky eyes are really not my typical makeup style. I like doing eye looks like this, something that's light and bright, but this is a very dramatic look, which I usually don't go for. Also, can I say normally when you do a smoky eye, you should be doing your eye makeup first, then your base foundation, because normally there'll be fallout on the face, but this is showing that there's literally no fallout. Oh my gosh. This is impressive. Starting to get a little bit patchy like right around here, so I'm just gonna try and, you know, work it a little bit more. I'm just trying to go in stamping motions, not so much of windshield wiping motions anymore, just kind of like stamping it in. Okay, this looks much better right now. I'm gonna try my best and do some lower eyelash makeup, because personally for me, I'm not the biggest fan of lower eyelash makeup. I feel like whenever I do it, my eyes just close up so much, and I know it's the whole trend right now on Douyin, but it's just not me, and I'm just gonna try my best and do some smokiness and magic on the lower eyelash. think you can leave the matte eyeshadow look just like that. I think that's a very like traditional smoky western eyeshadow look, but I'm gonna try and see if I can fatten up my aegyo style. These are two looks that you can get with the Pro Eye Palette Air in pink pairing. What do you guys think? Honestly, I like both. Maybe I should wear smoky eyes like this more often because wow. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but it's a look. It's just that normally for, office wear, daily wear appropriate, this is definitely much more acceptable. This is definitely more of like, I'm going out for the night and having a good time with my girlfriends, that kind of thing. So, I still prefer this eye look though, not gonna lie, but for a change, I think this is good as well. So what do you think of the CLIO Pro Eye Palette's Air version? I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think of today's eye look? Do we meh or ooh kind of thing? I'd love to hear from you guys. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe down below. I'd love to see you guys around, and if you want to check out my other videos, you can click on this video over here.